topic of this video is finding vertical asymptotes of a rational function. The steps are to factor both numerator and denominator polynomials and to reduce to lowest terms. There will be a vertical asymptote at each value of x where the reduced denominator polynomial equals 0. Here's our problem. Capital R of x equals the rational function whose numerator is x cubed minus 8 and whose denominator is x squared minus x minus 2. Okay, so let's begin with our factoring. We know we need to factor the numerator and the denominator. So let's go ahead and factor our numerator. Our numerator is x cubed subtract 8. Now this is a difference of cubes. The big hint here is the exponent of 3. When I pronounce this out loud, I say x cubed. 8 is also a perfect cube. It's 2 multiplied by itself 3 times. So x cubed minus 8 can be written in difference of cubes form. In other words, it can be written as something cubed minus something cubed, and we just have to figure out what to put in the parentheses. Well, this first one's pretty easy. What raised to the third power gives us x cubed? X. What raised to the third power gives us 8? 2. So this is a difference of cubes, and we'll use our difference of cubes factoring formula. We just have to figure out what are the two things that are being cubed and call them a and b. So a is the x, and b is the 2. So when we factor x cubed minus 8, we're going to use the right-hand side of our difference of cubes factoring formula, and then we will plug into that formula. Everywhere we see an a, we'll put x, and everywhere we see a b, we'll put 2. So we get x minus 2, x squared plus x times 2 plus 2 squared. And that simplifies to x minus 2, x squared plus 2x plus 4. All right, there we go. We factored our numerator. Now we're going to factor our denominator, x squared minus x minus 2. This is a trinomial. In fact, this is a simple trinomial. What I mean by that is that the coefficient of the x squared term is 1. So to factor it, we just need to come up with two numbers that multiply to make negative 2, but add to make the middle term coefficient, which is negative 1. Those numbers would be negative 2 and positive 1. So to factor, I just put an x in front of each one, and there we go. I can check this with FOIL if I would like. X times x is x squared, plus 1x minus 2x makes this minus x minus 2. Okay, so now I can rewrite my capital R of x in factored form. My numerator is an x minus 2 times an x squared plus 2x plus 4. My denominator is an x minus 2 times an x plus 1. The next step is to reduce. Once again, I see I have a common factor top and bottom, so that's going to cancel to 1. Anything times 1 is itself, so now my reduced R of x is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 4 over x plus 1. All right, the final step of finding vertical asymptotes is to set your reduced R of x, your reduced denominator, equal to 0. So I get x plus 1 equals 0, x equals negative 1. This is the equation of my vertical asymptote. Remember, a vertical asymptote is a vertical line. So if I were to graph this particular asymptote, I would draw a vertical dashed line that goes through negative 1 on the x-axis. And with that, I have completed this problem. We found the vertical asymptote of our rational function.